Finally getting around to this project. Had these shelves in the basement. Lisa decided she didn't want them. So we have 5 shelves along this pup trailer. We're just going to start putting some stuff in here. Get the Tahoe cleaned out and some stuff out of the shop. Same comment as always. Boy, they're sure growing. Planning on butchering some of them, I think Monday. We're supposed to have rain coming. We know how that is. Dry here. Supposed to have 80% chance last night, 80% all day today. Not getting it. Monday's supposed to be clear with no wind. Tomorrow's Friday. Today's Thursday, of course. And I thought about doing it tomorrow, but they're talking 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Some of these guys, like this one right here, they're getting big. This one, there. So, I don't know. I may clean about half of them. You can see we got some pale combs on that big guy and a couple back there. And that's just, they're just growing too fast. It's just the breed, how they were meant to be. I mean, not necessarily how they were meant to be as far as the pale comb. That's, like I said, that's just growing too fast, overfeeding. But when you feed them twice a day, I'm feeding them about half a pound a day a piece, twice a day. Not half a pound twice a day, quarter of a pound twice a day, so a total of a half a pound in a day. But, you know, you get some of them big ones like that guy, and they'll lay at the feeder until the feeder's empty, and some of the others will lay off. All the other chickens are doing good. Brent moved his little ones out here. We split the chicken house. Put them in this side, but they're not real happy. So I just opened the door on them today. They can get out and learn how to fend for themselves, I guess. Alright, just a chicken update. I don't think I showed you guys, we bought a wicker. A weed wipe, weed wicker. We're going to use it on some rye and some wheat. And I won't go too in depth on this, but on this I might, but not the reasoning. I'm going to tell you. Quit talking and tell them. Almost said their name, and I'm not ready to do that. But anyway, local place cleaned our seed wheat. And when we got down there, there was 60 or 80 bushel more on the semi than when we took it in. So they took our cleanings out. Let me get back out in the wind. Took our cleanings out, and then we still had 60 or 80 bushel more than when we went with. Well, supposedly they had a pipe in the cleaner that was transferring wheat from one bin to another they didn't know about. So it put wheat in our seed. They told us, oh, we're not going to charge you to clean it, and we'll just give you that extra seed. We asked them what kind of seed it was, who it was. Well, they didn't know any of that, supposedly. They still admit to what they've done, 6 months later. But all of our rye is in the row. So the wheat that we got from them was contaminated with rye. We've since figured out who had the wheat, and he has a lot of rye. So anyway, we bought the wicker. Bob and I went down to Oklahoma and got it. And the canvases were completely wore off of it. Well, we had a heck of a time finding canvases, but we finally found a kit through Ag Spray. And you have to glue one side and wrap it. It's got to be the right direction, and it's got all kinds of instructions here. You think it'd just be glue it on and go, but it's really not. So anyway, we're going to put new canvases on it. And like I said, I'm not ready to mention their name, but yeah, they wanted to tell us the other day that, oh, your rotation will take care of that. It'll clean it up. Well, it's not going to clean it up, and they didn't want to do much about it. So we're going to get it wicked on our own, and then we're probably going to go after them somewhat. It's wrong what they did, and they know it, and see if we can get some compensation of some sort. All right, I'll bring it back. All right, canvas is sort of on. You have to glue the seam in line with the shutoff. There's an arrow on there. The instructions tell you all this. So right here, you glue all the way down the seam after you clean the pipe. And then we glue the ends a full wrap. Make sure you got a clean pipe. Which is what we're doing now. This one's done on the full wrap. And then this one is drying from the first seam. So Bob's gluing around the end of that one. We'll glue around the end of this one. Pull this up and clamp it. And go to the third one. You'd think this would be a simple job, but it's kind of complicated. I don't know if it's complicated, just confusing. Probably should have glue on this end, Bob. You got me pretty tight. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Can you get clear in there with that other one? Humid as heck here today, and they're talking severe storms this afternoon. Look like Iowa and Nebraska. Nebraska had multiples. Iowa had a bad one last night or yesterday. Alright, I gotta wrap this. Okay, Brent, clamp that. Up and down, because here's your glue line. Alright, one more to that point, then we have to glue the seam where they match and all kinds of crap. She's a growing too. Well, I think last deal I had on here was with the wicker. Bob and I were working on it. And we got almost 3 inches of rain, I believe, last night and the day before. We missed all the severe stuff, luckily. Sounds like some of you guys had some pretty bad weather, tornadoes and such. But anyway, got water standing. So yeah, corn all looks pretty good. These guys I have taken off a feed. I've got a dozen here. I'm going to run through in the morning. I got my cones and my scalder, plucker, and this is a table I built years ago for cleaning fish. I just got these set in there. I had a bucket in there originally. It had holes in it to wash the fish. I'll probably cool the chickens in there, clean them here of course, and then I got that blue barrel 3/4 full of water, half full of water. I'll put ice in it, and then I'll have a cooler also with ice on. But anyway, that's tomorrow's project. Like I said, I'm just going to do 12. Probably pretty much do them by myself. And, make sure everything goes smooth, and then hit them hard. But anyway, I'm just going to drop in for a second and let you guys know I hadn't totally forgot you. I just been busy and kind of mumbling. Nasty old birds. All right, well, I'll bring you guys back maybe when I butcher these tomorrow, or when I get started on that wicker, we get it finished up. We did get all the seams glued, so we just got to get it put together and let it dry up to get some rye wicked. Brent and I got through them. I got one left. Everything's went smooth. Kill cones, scalder, plucker's working great. Put 2 pluckers in there. Or I mean 2 chickens to pluck at a time. And I saw some on the internet, so they had trouble with 2 in the Vivor, but we sure aren't having trouble with 2. So, I don't know. Working good. This is the station here, and we've got in some cold water. And we've got a cooler full there. What's that? Started at 9:10. What time is it?
9:57.
It's 9:57. Took Brent and I 45 minutes roughly to do 12, which is way too long, but for the first time through, it's not bad. Still learning a few things. You know, we clean pheasants and quail and fish and deer and all that, but to make them pretty for the kitchen, it's a little bit different. All right, Brent, you want to get him? And I don't think YouTube likes the killing part, but anyway, probably won't show that. So anyway, these pins are working out pretty good for lots of things. These are the ones we use the brooder in. They clean up good. And this is where we had the chickens for 24 hours so that they were cleaned out. Didn't have any contamination or food in them. Manure, all that good stuff. We'll get these washed up so we can use them again. Brent's got that one draining out. Yep, pins work real good. I'll bring you right back. Well, I didn't get a video of him running in the plucker. I mean, you can go to YouTube if you want to see that. Watch him run. We're just draining the water out of this now. We got this one plucked. Last one. I'll get him cleaned up and thrown in the barrel.